Hello everyone, welcome back to Existence. I hope you're all having a good day. I'm having a great day. I'm looking forward to getting recording right back on this server. It's been a while since I've been able to do anything. Been pretty flat out recently and just have not been able to get on the server. As you can see, a lot of things are looking a little bit different to last episode. It's still on 30 frames, but I've got rid of the shader and changed around some of the settings and such. I'll get to that later on. But things are changing and it is a bit of a work in progress. I'm still trying to figure out my recording setup. I'm having a lot of problems with ScreenFlow dropping the frames of Minecraft by quite a substantial amount. So while I'm playing at usually around 60 anyway, I'm recording at 30 just to see how it goes. It's becoming a real pain and a real problem. But we're here in town anyway because I do have some mail in here. We've got happy birthday from K-Saws. It was my birthday the other day. Thank you very much, K-Saws. Some raw beef and pumpkin and a cake from Eli. Fantastic, and we get an advancement. I have added back the cake is a lie advancement back into the advancement screen there. Ah, but awesome. Right, let's give this book a read and see what Carl has said. Oh my goodness, he's written a whole bunch of stuff. The book Kyle has written us says, happy birthday to you, happy birthday to you, happy birthday dear Patrick, happy birthday to you. Oh, also this song is copyrighted, so if you're recording this, please don't sing it too accurately, or you could get a copyright strike. Oh gosh, thank you very much Kyle, thank you, but hopefully we won't get a copyright strike for that because my singing is pretty terrible. If we head out here, head back along, did I bring my boat? Where'd I put my boat? Okay, I did have a boat, I didn't run here. Ah, there it is. Alright, so I haven't done much more on the house since the last episode. I just haven't had a chance. I've been away for a few days and been working on a lot of other projects, but I'll get to that later on. So I'm going to head back home and kind of get started from where we left off last episode with that basic foundation and do some building, because I've got basically the idea right in my head ready to go. I've just got to execute it and actually start building. Also, those floating leaves up there drive me insane, so I might go and chop those. Oh, there's another one there. Right, I'm going to go take care of those because they are just ugly. So we're going to grab my boat because it's always handy to hold on to. Dump off the stuff that I've got here, get rid of it. Clear out inventory a bit and go chop down those floating trees. Where can I put these? In here maybe. Ooh, what a fantastic enchantment for a first off. Efficiency 4, Silk Touch, Unbreaking 3. That is fantastic. I could not have asked for better. I'll use out that one first, but I'm so happy we've got that. Wow, it just said Unbreaking 3. I'm very happy with that. Cool, let's go back, and I've got to excavate some of the terrain around our base, just because it's kind of indented into the hill. I've got to clear it out a little bit, but that's not too much of a problem now that we have a brand new shovel. I'm just wondering how I want to expand the size of this, because it's nice and spacious here, but I'm feeling like this is quite narrow along here, so I'm not sure if I want to widen it out this way, or if I want to widen it out this way. I'm kind of leaning more towards this side, just because if we do it this way, then it's going to kind of narrow in this bit here. But then again, is that going to be such a bad thing? It's tricky to kind of, I guess, envision how the house is going to look before you've actually built it. Considering I don't really have I haven't pre-built it or anything in creative mode, I'm just kind of going off the bat. So I'm just trying to envision kind of what the shaping's going to be like. It's tricky. So I pushed it 1 block that way and 2 blocks this way, and it's winded out quite a bit. I think that'll be alright. Oh, ghost blocks. I think that will be... There you are. I think that'll be alright in terms of the size of it. Shouldn't have any problems then with that kind of spacing. I think. Yeah, no, that should be good. Right, I'm going to build up the walls. I have to run around the... Oh my gosh. Ow. Don't know what did damage there. I'm going to build up the walls so we can get an idea of how our house is going to look. And I'll get back to you guys once I've done that. Nice little stone brick box we've got here. Looking great. I'm going to punch out all the windows and stuff later on, but I thought I might as well just kind of build up the general area just straight off the bat and see how it looks. And to be honest, I'm quite happy with it. Not like the big box, but the shape and the layout of it, kind of just to give us an idea. I am probably going to make this whole part along here windows, so you can look out over the river and such, but having this back bit kind of just straight stone, more or less, can it's me more or less kind of like a basement feel, but I want to have the opening here nice and open with the windows and such, so you can look out and it doesn't feel too crammed and underground. I've only got some birch from Eli, thank you very much Eli, and I'm just going to turn them into slabs. I think that's going to be the most efficient way of doing this. I'm not sure how many I'm going to need. I'll just do 2 stacks for now. I'm sure that'll be enough for the first floor. We'll find out anyway. So I'm going to do that. Around the edges here, I'm not too sure how I want to approach this. I was thinking of having glass on the bottom here so you can look down. Maybe if I... Let's see, if we do birch planks along the edges here, and then maybe here as well. So we've got a 3 wide strip of glass. That might work. Actually, that should be fine. But for the meantime, I'm just going to put grass across so I can actually... Come on, there we go. So I can actually get across without having to jump over every time. I'll get some glass later on. Cool, so I'll just fill in the floor and see how that turns out. And then I'll get started on the top layers, 2nd and 3rd floor, as well as the windows. But I'll get some glass to that, so I might just hold off for that for now. I've started doing some of the basic kind of outlining of the 2nd floor here and how we're going to have the windows. So each of these gaps can be windows, quite apparent. I've got a kind of little overhang on this part here. It kind of reaches around this front bit here. It's going to be like a little porch area. And then here, now this is kind of where I'm trying to develop the shape of the 2nd story. And it'll become more apparent on how it kind of is going to be looking as we go along. I've got all the clay in this chest, is it? Yeah. So it's kind of going to be hard to see what it's going to be like as we're building it, but probably once we get that 2nd story on, it'll probably become more apparent on the kind of look we're going for. I do need to go grab some more birch though, so I'm going to head over to the birch forest just over the mountain range over there, cut down a whole bunch of trees, grab a whole bunch of logs, hopefully enough that'll last us for the rest of the flooring in this house for now anyway, but not really too sure how much I'm going to need, so just going to go cut down a bunch of trees, grab a whole bunch of wood, maybe some saplings so we can set up a little mini farm here as we go along, and just get building the 2nd floor. There we go, that is the 2nd floor laid out. I'm just going to go through and basically build up the walls now, which is going to be interesting. It's going to be where our house kind of starts to take shape. Just on my inventory a little bit there. Why do I still have the boat there? Yeah, so it's going to probably start taking shape now, which would be good. I'm just trying to remember where actually... There they are. I'm trying to remember which colour I went first. If it was light grey or white. I have a funny feeling it was light grey. I'll just grab a bunch of that. I'll go back and check my reference image, because I did do a little bit of like... What did it just give me? A rabbit hide. Nice. I'll go back and check my little plan that I built up. I did do a little bit of kind of planning. Not a full house, but just kind of a concept. And see how I want to do this. I've kind of got the basic shapes all lined up here. I'm trying to remember where I was going to have windows. I might do what I did with the bottom floor there. And just kind of build up the walls. And then from there, cut out all the windows and such. Now that was actually meant to be... Ouch. I haven't figured out the stairs yet either. I'm not sure how I'm going to do that. I might do spiral staircase somewhere in one of the corners. But we'll have to wait and see. Now this was actually going to be like that. That's right. And I think I had it come along to about here. So I thought it'd be kind of cool to have a little walkway around the back, so that way you can actually access the rear of the house. Especially on the top level here, have like another door that leads out into... Don't know what we're going to put up here, if we're going to do farming areas or such. I kind of want to have gardens and such down the front here, because I think it's kind of more of a nice place to have them, but we'll wait and see what we do down the line anyway. So I'll build up all these, get those in my offhand there, see how I can kind of work with the shape and make it feel a lot more kind of modern and structured than just random kind of shapes stacked on top of each other. We'll see how we get on. Hopefully it'll turn out alright. I've flown ahead a bit and I've done both the 2nd and the 3rd story, and I'm not entirely sure how they look, so let's just jump on down, I guess. Ouch, ouch, and ouch. I mean, they look a little bit silly because they're completely solid at the moment, and they'll probably look better if we actually punch out the windows and such. Let's just quickly boat to the other side of the river here and see how it looks. I think it's going to look a lot different once we actually do a little bit of changes and such. I don't like that bit there. Not a fan of that there. How could I change that, I wonder? Not too sure, not too sure. I'm going to go punch out the windows and see how it looks a bit more open as opposed to being just solid levels at the moment. With all the floors and the windows punched out, I'm curious to see what it's going to be looking like now. I do really want to go get some sand so I can actually make some glass, because it's going to look a little bit odd without the extra glass in there. This is going to be interesting. What on earth is up there? Is it a tree? I think it's a tree. It is a tree, it looked funny. Alright, so let's do what we did last time. Head across the river and see how it looks from the other side. I'm hoping it'll look a lot better. I've also changed this part here, which does look a little bit different, and I'm just wondering if it's going to be better or not. Right, let's grab this boat. Turn it around, head on over. Oh, that looks quite good. I'm happy with that. I think that looks very kind of modern and aesthetic. It's going to look a lot better with the windows though, and I am going to have railings across here too. That looks reasonably good. Right, I'm going to get some glass because I can't really do much, or I don't really want to do much more without the glass, because that's going to be kind of the finishing aspect to it, or the one thing that's going to really help to make it what it is. But what I actually might do is put some of the roof on. I'm just going to use spruce slabs. It looks quite good in my test build, so I'm just going to stick with that. Now, where did I actually put that spruce? In here. Cool, so I'll throw the roof on, then I'll go grab some more sand, because I only have 20. Surely somebody else will have some more, and then we will throw those windows in, and hopefully it'll really help to finish it up a bit more. I think 9 stacks should be more than enough for what we need. I'll probably only smelt about half of it. The other half might come in handy later on. We'll probably just end up turning into glass anyway. That should do it. Let's head back home. I need to figure out where the skeleton spawner is. I'm pretty sure somebody's made one. I just have to go find it, and I might have to ask around a bit. Grab some bone meal, because of course I'm going to be using white stained glass, my favourite. And then we should be good to go. Hi there.
Wait, where did you go?
Oh,
you're over
here.
there. You blended into the trees.
So,
Okay.
I thought Kyle had one.
Yes, he does.
Mr. K-Saws.
Mm-hmm. It's just behind this house.
Oh. So it's like right in the middle of town.
No, it's not in the middle of town. It's like in the middle of the ocean. That's like the noticeable bridge that pops out.
I see. Oh, yeah, I think I know what you're talking about.
You getting some bones for
Glass.
for flowers? Glass. Okay.
I'm gonna beat you.
It's just right over here. There's like a little pathway.
Oh, I see. Yep, I was wondering what that was for. So what do I have to do? Oh, just drop down?
Yeah, you just go down there and there's like a little chamber where they all go into. Like a little water drop thing.
Oh, so it's down the staircase.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I see. Yeah, this looks like it. Oh, very nice. I'm just staying here.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's
great.
been there for quite a while, I think for the last 2 weeks at least.
Yeah, but I wasn't sure where it was. I knew he had one, but I wasn't sure how to get to it.
Yeah, I didn't know, and then he showed me, and it was like right behind my house.
Oh, nice. So just quickly, while we're waiting for all these skeletons to spawn in, I wanted to quickly talk about the 30 frames versus 60 frames situation. So what's happening at the moment is, I didn't remember or don't recall it happening previously with ScreenFlow, but ever since, I'm not sure if it's Minecraft, I don't think it's Minecraft, but since we started the server, which was around 1.12.1, and ScreenFlow 7 also came out, I've been getting a lot of problems where my Minecraft frames seem to drop quite drastically when I start recording with ScreenFlow at 60 frames. And I mean, it is happening again with 30 frames, as you've seen throughout this video, but it's very strange. I'm not entirely sure what's causing it. I don't know if it's to do with the disk it's writing to, or if it's to do with the settings I've got ScreenFlow on, or the settings I've got Minecraft on. I just can't seem to figure it out, and it's becoming very problematic. The only solution that I have managed to find is the one you're seeing now, which is basically recording at 30 frames but playing as if it was 60. So it's a little bit interesting. Also, I'll mention now, I have removed that shader pack as I do quite actually prefer, I think, not having the shader pack. It did kind of make the videos a little bit different to what I wanted them to be. So I've got rid of that, and we're just going to do Minecraft. But it is 30 frames, which is a bit of a shame. I would very much prefer 60, and it's been very frustrating trying to get 60, but I just can't seem to do it. So it's a little bit annoying, but oh well. It's the best we can do for now. I'm doing everything I can. I'm considering contacting ScreenFlow and seeing if they'll help me out. They have helped me out lots of things in the past, but not much other than that I can do. I'll keep you posted. Just follow me on Twitter or Discord, and I'll also mention it if I find anything in future episodes. But for now, it's going to be 30 frames. It's a bit of a shame, but at least we'll have nice high graphics to play around with. Let's see how it looks with all the glass now. Hopefully it'll look a lot better. Yikes, is that all it took? Right. So let's go put all of this in. I'll start down here. I'm not sure if I'm going to do... I thought I saw a creeper for a second there. How I want to do this part here. Do I want to keep the birch on the floor, or do I just have it straight glass? I think it'll look better with the birch there. Let's try it. Let's just throw all the glass down, fill in all the windows, and then see how it looks. I'm hoping it's going to be a massive improvement. I mean, there are still some little details here and there that I need to tweak in order to... Oh, I used up all that glass. I need some more. There are some little things that I want to add that'll really help to kind of finish it up a bit more. So hopefully after that, the house will kind of start coming together a bit more. As of course, it is just an empty box at the moment. So I'm going to throw the glass in, see how it turns out, and then we can add in those extra little details that will hopefully kind of just help to boost the overall look of the house. Other than the fact that we don't actually have a door to get out, it is looking not too bad. I guess I'll just put a door there and then a bridge over here. Now, there's a zombie around here with full chainmail. Where'd it go? There you are. Should we knock it in the ravine? Nice, you can stay down there. Cool, so how does it look now? Ooh. It's looking good. Let's jump across the other side of the river again, because that seems to be the best place to actually get a good look at it. And see what we think from here. That is cool. I like that. And then it's going to look way better once we add the extra little details to it. Oh, that's so cool. I'm not sure about that corner up there, though. I might add a slab into there. Oh, fantastic. And once we add a little bit more detail to it, that is going to be so cool. I'm really happy with that. Oh, that's awesome. Right, let's just go clear out inventory a little bit and figure out what we need to do next. Because there are some things I need to add. I think I need to add in those railings around the side. Yeah, that'll probably help. And then just a few more little touch-ups here and there. And then we'll probably have a little bit more work to do next episode. But for now, that is just looking so good. I need a better entranceway. That is a silly place for an entrance. Maybe I'll put the door over on this side so you have to come across a bridge to it. Yeah, that might be quite cool. But for now, our entrance is over here, but I'm just going to... That was an axe. Just going to climb on through. I want to put a lot more up on top of this kind of balcony area, but for now, I'm just going to throw down some good old... Let's see, where do I want to put it? I have one in the corner here. Cauldrons with leaves on top, because they are just such nice little builds, and add that extra little bit of detail to anything. So I'm just going to throw them down in the corners here, and I think I'll have one down here too. Right there should be good. Why not have one there? Is that going to be too much? That might be alright. And I might just throw one back down here as well. Just in the corner will be okay. Cool, and we've got 4 more cauldrons. I don't know what I'm going to do with them, but I'll find them somewhere. And I also want to add a whole bunch of other stuff up here, but I'll get to that next episode. It's going to be a bit more of a detailed episode where we'll be doing a bit more specific kind of little builds as opposed to bigger ones. I was thinking like if I had barbecues and kind of porch chairs, deck chairs, kind of just general housey stuff. I'm not too sure. Interior kind of decorating stuff as well. Lots of little detail things. Got lots planned, lots to do, and it's going to be absolutely awesome. As well as being a functional house, of course. I should probably put some of these inside too. I'll save them for next time. Where did I put them? Just throw them in here, they'll be alright. Okay, so finally, before we do anything else, I just want to make a proper entranceway, but I'm not too sure how to go about it. The doorway will probably have to wait till next episode, because I don't realise how far into the episode we actually were. Wow, it's very pretty up here. So I'm on the top of the northern think it's the northern side of the mountain range, because I just wanted to turn around and have a good look of the... Wow, I should have said of the terrain, because this is beautiful, but of our house, because I haven't actually seen it from this far away, only from across the river, so let's have a look. Oh, that's so cool. That looks really nice. I'm happy with that. Oh, look at it, that's so cool. And look even better once there's actually stuff in it, but fantastic, that is absolutely awesome. Unfortunately, this is going to be the last episode for about 2 weeks now. I'm going to start spreading out Existence over 2-week periods just because of the time restraints. I did mention this in my channel update a few months ago, so if you missed that, definitely go watch it back and I explain it a little bit more about why that's happening. But yes, so Existence is going to be a little bit less regular now. I just can't keep up with the demand for weekly, so bi-weekly is just going to work better in my favour. But yes, so that is going to do it for this episode. I'm very excited for next episode. I really want to get on to that interior and decorating and extra detailing of the house there. Fantastic. Alrighty, thank you everyone for watching. I'll see you all next time.